the Memorial Day weekend, end of May, and we're going to be doing a farm tour. I've got a handy dandy cameraman today, so many thanks to my husband who's also carrying our baby. So we're going to start here. We have an angry killdeer mama because there's a killdeer nest in the smoke bush over there. But this is the woodies. As you can see, they're really growing. The lilacs are bloomed out. The smoke bush is putting on lots of growth, as well as the nine bark. This is viburnum here, smoke bush, and then this is really fun. This is spirea, which is in bloom, which is very much sought after. However, it's too small to harvest this year, and it's already 2 years old. So you can see, like, this is an investment. These woodies take time. Some of them you can harvest off of the first year, like these are simple carpus or coralberry bells. So in the fall, these will get thick woody stems and they'll be full of berries, but you see how much new growth. These were cut about 12 inches off the ground, and so all of this is already new growth. So these are really great. This is all was planted, all these woodies from here over were planted in. So this is Baptisia. There's two different varieties, yellow, and then this is a blue. I can't remember the exact varieties, but you can already see there's bees on it. So this is in its second year, and it's incredible from first year to second year, and I've harvested a lot of these. So you can see the difference. This I actually was filling in a spot. This is like 1 year, and this is 1 year older. That's how much bigger it is. And Baptisia just gets better and better over time. It sends up more and more stems per plant. I have a couple peonies here. There's 50 of them right here. These are second year peonies. I'm just very gently harvesting them. A couple stems per plant, or totally taking off the blooms depending on how the plant looks. These are some snapdragons and dahlia cuttings that I just planted. So there's a couple of annuals here. Just gonna keep stepping over the beds. This is more Baptisia, so this is a different yellow. And then I have a vanilla. So again, these are just in their first year. Some of mine didn't come up. And then this is like a white or a creamy. So again, these will just mature. We'll harvest off of them next year. So these are first year peonies. There's about 100 of them, maybe a little more than 100 of them here. So you can see how small they are. I don't cut anything off of these. I let just a couple of blooms bloom, just kind of to see, did I get the right variety? What are they going to look like? So I could take some pictures for next year, but I don't cut anything off of them. I just let them grow. But so you can see how small they are. So this is the future. This is an investment in the future. So I'm going to voice over here. The window's pretty bad in the back here. This is the main area of our garden, the back area. So you can see there right now we're adding more and more perennials. So everything you can see here is kind of perennials. That's loose leaf, perennial phlox. This is raspberry greens, thornless raspberry greens. These are Joan J raspberries, and they were planted this spring with bare roots. You can see they're just starting to put on some growth there. I was pretty excited because they were named the ASCFG's foliage of the year, I think. So that was kind of cool that I had just planted them. And there were, I have thornless raspberries and thornless blackberries on the other side. So the raspberries are Joan J. This is delphinium. I planted it last fall. It's the first time I've ever planted it. I planted it from plugs from Farmer Bailey. It's very short. I mean, very short. It's like 18 inches tall. You can easily get 3 to 4 foot tall delphinium. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. All the delphinium varieties are short. The pink ones are a little bit taller, but they're short. So I don't know if I have a swale issue, needed to fertilize them. I thought most of them died over the winter. I mean, like I thought like 70% of them died over the winter, but I I had a lot of them put on growth this spring, and I didn't lose that many of them, but they're still really short. This campanula, however, is not short. This is campanula, and it is also grown from plugs from Farmer Bailey. Planted it last fall. There's 3 different colors there, and it looks really amazing. So it looks really amazing. It was really fun. I have 3 different colors: white, dark purple, and a lavender. And I will definitely be growing that again. The lavender one is shorter for some reason, but I think it might be a soil issue. The other ones look great. You can see it's a really pretty bell flower. I just think it's so darling. It lasts a long time in the vase, like 10 to 14 days. This is just moved over from there. So here is Nigella, which is about to bloom, like about to burst into bloom. And it's so beautiful. I have 2 different shades of blue and white. Next to that is Bupleurum. That was all self-seed, or not self-seeded. That was all direct seeded last fall. So it germinated last fall, grew really little, stayed small all winter, and then took off this spring. In the background there is Orlea, also fabulous, really fabulous. It looks amazing. That was also same thing, direct seeded last fall, overwintered. Behind me there is Saponaria, which is about to bloom in that photo. It's like an airy filler. There's a pink one and a white one. I just love the way it moves. It grows almost 2 feet tall. That was direct seeded this spring. I think it's called Pink Beauty and White Beauty. You can see it's just all budded up there, about to burst. It was direct seeded this spring, early, like as soon as I could work the ground, maybe the end of February even. And it's just really lovely spray of flowers. This is Feverfew. And that's stock. So that was just planted with our paper pot transplanter for the first time. This is Feverfew here. Like I said, it perennializes here pretty well. I'm kind of letting it go. This is its 3rd year. We're going to see how many years it'll keep coming back. It looks gorgeous. I don't have tons of it, but it's really beautiful. And beyond that is some status. Over here are my first successions of sunflowers. You can see they're different heights. That's because they were, there's older ones and they're planted at different times. Also planted with my paper pot transplanter, which maybe I'll do a video on that, but that's my new transplanter. Here's yarrow. This is going into its 4th year. It's a short-lived perennial. I didn't have the heart to till it under. It was absolutely phenomenal last year. Usually people till it under after 3 years. I'm going to see how long it'll keep going. This is the Lizzie bed. There's a lot of Lizzianthus in there. And there's some snaps. And then next to that is Cosmos. And there's more snaps. Cosmos, zinnias. I think that's pretty much all that's there. There's new yarrow, like newly planted this year yarrow, like fresh yarrow. Behind me there, these next beds were direct seeded this spring. That's a pennycress. And so it's grown for the seed pod. I actually had planted Orlea, which is behind it, and ran out of seeds, so I just threw this pennycress in the ground, and it looks so beautiful. It's so tall and really lovely. So these are second successions mostly. That pennycress is a first succession. So these are second successions of different things. Mostly the same that I have on the other side. So this is Orlea, larkspur, Bupleurum, more Bupleurum. These are giant poppy pods behind me, and those I direct seed again in the spring, and they grow into these really big, beautiful flowers that do not last in a vase. They last for like 24 hours, so I don't grow them for the flower. I actually grow them for the incredible seed pods that they leave behind, and they're really well loved by designers. You can see in the forefront there's some Bupleurum. That was from the spring planting of Bupleurum. And then next to that are all my peonies, which I've been harvesting off of, and they're about to bloom. You harvest them in the marshmallow stage, of course. And these are third year peonies. There's a couple of second year peonies. You can see some small ones that I was like filling in holes with. So there's third year peonies mostly that I've been harvesting off of, and I've gotten, I have hundreds of blooms there that I'm ready to harvest. So that's exciting to be able to have so many blooms because they take a long time to mature. The first year I disbud them, I take all the buds off. The second year I gently harvest maybe one or two per plant depending on how the plant looks. Otherwise I take all the buds off. And so these are third year peonies, and other parts of the garden I have second year and first year peonies. I think I have a total of a little over 350. I planted, these are like 160, then I planted 50, then I planted another 150 just this past fall. So that's kind of the star of the garden right now, the queen of spring. So there's the kitty, and it's an exciting time of year. Just all these buds, so beautiful. So it's fun to see them. All right, we call this area the sunflower strip. It's 90 feet long by about 40. We have it that length because that's the length of our paper pot transplanter. So every week we plant 2 strips of sunflowers. There's also some stalk in it as well. So we start on the north side and work our way south because sunflowers are tall, and then that way they don't shade each other out. So it's been an interesting thing because part of this, about 50 feet of it in length, was cultivated last year, and that soil is so much better than the new stuff cultivated this year. So we've definitely done some things to improve the soil. I cover cropped it last fall. It was this gorgeous clover. This spring we tilled it all in, and it's clearly done a really good job of helping the soil at least be more workable and have a lot less clods. And so it's been really fun. And then in the very background there, you can see our expansion, which is going to be our woody area. We're going to cover crop that and plant it this fall sometime, maybe August. So I hope you enjoyed the garden tour. Thanks for watching. We're hoping to get some better equipment and get a microphone and be able to not have all the wind. So please like and subscribe. It's really encouraging when you do that for our little channel, and we'll see where this goes. It's been really fun to do these tours. Have a great day.